And you're listening to 2GLF 89.3 FM, the Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And welcome back to the studio, Bluey.
Once again, back again.
Once again, back again.
Here
yes,
to
absolutely,
here for the argument for the blokes.
Of course. Now, today, actually, have you heard the news lately?
The news lately?
Well, not the news lately, but Tylenol.
Tylenol?
Yes.
Who's he?
Trump has come out and said, advise pregnant women not to take Tylenol during pregnancy because there is a link to autism.
Okay.
But then I heard that there's some lefty women, just to spite him, pregnant lefty women, just to spite him, were taking huge amounts of Tylenol and filming themselves and posting it on social media, kind of like saying, there, you see? Or in another way, I took Tylenol, nothing happened to me.
What's it used for anyways, Tylenol?
I think it's like a Panadol kind of thing. Oh. It's saying that for
So it doesn't
pain.
cure psychosis?
No. I think, we'd hope it would have cured them. But it gotten so bad. I mean, like I say, leftism does kill. Because this one woman, she was 23 to 25 weeks pregnant. She overdosed on Tylenol. She was trying to make some point as well.
That's insane.
And a nurse reported that her husband rang her up at 4 o'clock in the morning saying his wife has overdosed and to help her. So I took her to hospital, but she's on life support apparently, and all that Tylenol has caused liver failure for her. And as a result, it looks like she's not going to make it, they're saying.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. I mean, was it worth it?
How does that make marriage great again?
Well, that's a thing.
Don't take Tylenol if you want a good marriage.
Yeah. Well, be careful.
Well, it's a painkiller, so it takes the pain out of it.
Pain out of the marriage. But really be careful who you choose to be the mother or father of your child.
Yeah, of course. You have to be very careful.
Yeah. Another thing.
You can end up in a loony bin.
I'm saying, but, I guess last week as we talked about it in terms of your political leanings need to align, need to match. That's one of the factors to choose. And this is one of the reasons why. Besides from that, you're going to clash on how to raise your children. Or you have this situation here. Obviously, the husband could not stop her. It's obvious. And she was going to take a whole heap of Tylenol, even if it killed her, which looks like it is. Kind of a thing. So this is the situation. Even if it doesn't, can you imagine if it, if the studies on the link between Tylenol and autism is true, and I guess that's what Trump did because there have been studies and it shows some link to it, then you've just harmed your child as well.
If it's true, yeah. That's right.
Your child's life. I mean, it is a disability.
You wouldn't want to take. Why would you want to take that risk?
Why would you want to take that risk?
And it's all right doing it, risking for yourself, but for another person that's inside of you,
and basically ruining their life, the whole life.
You sure that Tylenol's not a psychiatric drug? It's for people with psychosis.
Well, it definitely is weeding out who is psychotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this could be one of those Darwin Awards. You've heard of the Darwin Awards, haven't you?
Sort of.
Yeah. How the stupid ways people die.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah. That's why they call them
theory.
Of course, they call them the Darwin Awards. And
I thought a Darwin Award was a theory.
They are then removed from the gene pool. Yes, they say they died. They're so dumb.
Removed from the gene pool?
Yeah, they're so dumb.
Okay, is that right?
They're so dumb.
The Darwin Award? Is that right? Is that a real thing?
Darwin Awards, evolution kind of thing, survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Or that sounds like a new dating app, doesn't it?
Which is, you know what? Because of all, look, the most of the liberal people, leftists, progressives, what have you, are women. Yeah? And so now that, it's been difficult for most conservatives, which are mostly men, to date because there's a dearth of conservative women. They are there, but it's a lot less. And so there has been a dating app for the right and conservatives. I think it's...
Oh, there has?
And it's called The Right Stuff.
No.
Yes. What do you think of that name? Marketing name. The Right Stuff.
Pretty good.
Yeah, The Right Stuff. It actually says what it is. But the problem with there is, on that app, then it's majority men. There are fewer women. Then they're having problems attracting women.
Is that right?
Because, as you know, women do not like to be singled out or do something different from all the other female friends. They have groupthink, and there's a need for conformity.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess when they were marketing it, they were using all these women and saying, oh, yeah, how great it is, trying to market to women. But it didn't really work, and I guess it's because they were marketing it incorrectly. Well, they really needed to have men there saying, I'm on here, kind of thing, and I'm looking for marriage and kids. So come on, ladies.
That would work.
And that would work. So that would hit the spot. Rather than have women say, "Oh, it's a great app. I found my great guy."
And you could say, "Look, well, we're focused on the right wing, but you might meet Mr. Right on the right wing."
Yes, absolutely. And so that would alleviate a lot of.
You might
issues.
meet Mr. Right.
And I guess you know what? It's not just
that would be actually a good name, Mr. Right.
Yeah, Mr. Right.
Mr. Right for you.
Mr. Right for you, exactly. So because it's not just men, you know, it's actually women too. It's just bringing matching and bringing people together. Because even though you might have conservative women, but they have problems finding conservative men.
So they're willing to compromise?
Yeah.
A bit of left for a bit of your... I'll take a bit of your left and you take some of my right.
And there's conservative men cannot find conservative women. So it's a dearth of thing. It's just a space for them to meet. Which is, I think, a great idea. But it just I think the execution just hasn't been quite right. Pardon the pun.
Was that preempted?
No. But, like I say, really think about who you are taking on, who you're marrying, because that's going to be the mother or father of your children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And once that happens as well, that's like usually legally for the bloke's position. That's it. If anything wrong happens in the family, he's sleeping in the car.
But look at this guy.
And
he had no say.
He's got that over him.
Yeah.
And the woman usually knows it. And therefore, she's got a strength position. You're under my thumb. Otherwise, you're sleeping in the car. And you're going to be paying for it for the next 15 years. Or 18, isn't it? No.
So I understand why men walk away, like the MGTOW movement. But then it goes back to, like I say, men have to take responsibility for their choices. You know, if they make choices and pick women based on their loins, rather than their head, overlook the marriage material women just because they don't seem exciting. Yeah. Well, suck it up.
Yeah?
Yep, suck it up then.
Yeah, you made your bed.
You made your bed. You made those choices. You did not choose the nice girl. And I know, I've had men coming back with it, but they were nice before, and then they changed. But I'm saying, really? Did you check beforehand whether or not they can cook? You know, they're good with money. Okay, they're considerate. All that other thing. If you did not, then you cannot complain. Okay?
You've made your bed.
You made your bed because you did not choose the boring marriage material woman that would not have done any of that to you and would have been a giver, but she just wasn't glamorous enough or exciting enough. Okay, for show. You wanted the peacock, but no, not the...
wanted the trophy wife.
Yeah. So... And talk about trophies. Today's subject, what we're talking about, is Love and money. The truth about
Love and money.
about dating the wealthy.
Mm.
You know, old money, new money, and the challenges of mixing romance with riches. I mean, look, they have they have the cars, the houses, the lifestyle.
But can it buy you love?
But what's it really like to date or marry a wealthy person?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it love,
It's like marrying a
privilege,
boss.
or a whole new set of problems? So,
Like marrying a school teacher.
so tonight on the Relationship Whisperer, we're going to be unpacking the red carpets, the family expectations, and the reality behind the fantasy.
The reality behind the fantasy.
Yes, I mean, look, the vast majority of people would like a wealthy partner. Yeah, that's undeniable. You know, it's all of
you
us.
probably prefer that you were the wealthy partner. that would be more desirable.
A lot of people will come.
Well, they come to realize that that's not going to happen for them.
That's
so.
not going to happen for them either. They don't have the skills,
Yep.
the connections, the know-how, or even the inclination to make it happen for
There's an old
themselves.
saying that for a woman to gain wealth,
Yeah.
but apparently it's a statistic.
Yeah.
The best way for a woman to gain wealth is divorce.
Divorce, yeah.
And then
Because she can have
I
it.
saw this lady once, and she says, I married a 75-year-old when I was 21.
And how
And
much?
she says, how was that like? Oh, how horrible. Well, I says, no, it was the greatest times of my life. We went to the best restaurants. We went over to here. We flew to there. We stayed in the best places. We went there. And then when he passed away, he says, I've never needed to work again for the rest of my life. She says, I made the right choice.
Yeah, well, there she
He
made the
says,
right choice for herself.
And then it says, and then apparently she said that, and now I'm so wealthy I can get just any young man I want.
Yeah, but we're going to be looking at both wealthy men and wealthy women. Totally different dynamics. And when she goes to look for any young man that she wants, she's going to find it's different.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they've got it sort of well worked out, haven't they? At that age, they're sort of like, oh, I'm only here for this. I will pay or whatever it is or whatever. And then
So we'll go through the different realities of dating a wealthy man versus dating a wealthy woman. Yeah, look, like
Very
I
interesting.
said, like I said, the vast majority of us, want a wealthy partner because yes, then we no longer have to worry about money. That's a main big thing. A lot of stress, it comes from financial stress.
Yeah.
And it gives us options. If money has come, it gives us options and freedom because it gives you options. You don't have to work. You can you want to go to Paris for the weekend. You can do so. Anything like that gives you the options. And I guess in that way, look, everyone wants a happy life. And people, you can call them gold diggers. They want a wealthy person. But what do people do when they around the boss? People suck up to the boss. Same thing, hey? Maybe you can get a promotion and get more money. That sort of thing. You know, why do billionaires have all these people wanting to meet them and be friends with them?
They think they're going to pay the rent.
Yeah, mill around them. What, are you calling those people gold diggers as well? I mean, they are what you call...
They're hoping that the guy will see her, I'll pay your mortgage off.
Yeah, or anything like that. So you have both men and women. You just can't keep hammering on women. Look, women more, I guess, because they're not... generally don't earn as much money. You know, and if they're going to have children, then they're vulnerable at that stage and need someone to provide for them while they're having children and raising it. And if they, all the better if they happen to have a partner with the resources that will allow them to do that, not have to work during that time and not have to worry about finances while they're pregnant and raising children. Can you imagine having financial stress on top of that? You know, just worrying about how you're going to pay the bills.
Yeah, many are.
Yeah, and especially now, that's a reason why so many are not having children, even young couples, because financially they can't afford it.
They're
Barely able
instead.
to make ends meet and keep their head above water.
They're getting dogs instead.
Well, dogs now by themselves not that cheap pets. You know that when you say, apparently you go get a loan and they assess your ability to pay, you know, do you have kids or that sort of thing. They even if you've got pets,
Yeah.
yeah,
They do.
yeah, that counts against you as well because that's an expense.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's more than just the food. It's a veterinary care. Yeah, no such thing as Medicare with medical.
I mean, the vet will turn around and say, oh, $5,000. And
Yeah.
most people just say, oh, yeah, how do you take card?
Oh, yeah.
You just pay it straight away.
Pay straight away because it's emotion involved, even when they can't afford it.
Even if they wouldn't pay for it themselves.
Yeah. So I think on that we'll go to some music and we'll be right back where we were going to this episode. Well, tonight's show.
Wow, what a
Dating
subject
the
matter.
Wealthy. Okay.
Dating the wealthy. Woohoo!
Yeah. And how is it marriage and dating of the wealthy? You know, this is something not many people cover. It's not a subject many people cover. But it's relevant to a lot of people simply because while a lot of people do not get to date or even marry wealthy people, a lot of them want to.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to keep
and a lot
covered.
of people are actually well versed in knowing where wealthy people will be.
Yeah,
and they
talking
place
about
themselves-
Wendy Deng.
Who?
Wendy Murdoch. Wendy
No.
Deng.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, apparently she fly. What I heard was she fly first class and all that, just to be able to meet wealthy people.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, even though she wasn't herself, and she was successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, married one, and she got a good divorce settlement, and her 2 daughters were set up for life. And of course, once they're set up, and so they look after her, and she also benefits.
Okay. She's got it worked out.
So she's got it worked out. So all these people trying to work out.
But they are few and far between.
They're few and far between, but so many people aspire to be like her. And so that's what we are going to cover.
First and foremost is to
Yeah.
think that just because you marry or you're in a relationship with someone, they're going to just sign everything all over to you.
Yeah,
They're usually quite smart people.
quite smart.
And
people.
they're very good. They know they've been around the block once or twice. They're not like the 21 or unless they won the lotto or something, or they put a lot of money in Bitcoin or something. They're
Yeah.
not 21 with that kind
No,
of dough.
they're not.
They've been around the block once or twice, and
Yeah.
there's this thing called prenup.
Prenup.
Yeah.
Solid in America, not so much in Australia. So let's see. It's
Yeah.
intention.
Yeah, you'll probably see that there'll be more of them,
But
coming
look,
up.
the appeal of dating with wealthy people. Look,
Well, it's only the wealthy that get prenups, if you notice. If you haven't got anything, there's no point of a prenup.
well, even people who have 1 or 2 houses want to go.
Yeah,
get
1 or
pre-
2 houses, yeah. But if you had that prior to you getting
Yeah.
married,
Yeah.
but not when you've acquired it whilst you are
Whilst
married.
you're
There's no
married.
prenup then. It's only
Yeah,
it's
but
only
I don't
from.
know. But though in the US, it does apply. There's set conditions. If
Well, you can set binding contracts like a business. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you 1,000 a week, or I'll give you 2,000. If you get divorced, you'll get 3,000 a week for the rest of.
no, it's kind of thing like, look, every year that we are married, you get this much in settlement, rather than getting. Look, if someone made, $1 billion during the marriage, the partner's settlement is not going to be $500 million.
Well, no.
You see?
Well,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
it would be if he made $500 million in personal, but usually in these instances,
It's through the business.
it's held up within a trust.
Or
Or-
business,
or
but
a
then
bit-
that's
or a-
still, that's
or a
still
business
money.
name.
Yeah, but that's still money
So
made
it's
to put
share.
it into
If
the cash.
you come out the next day and says, "Okay, I'm selling all my shares," that's what that person would probably
well,
be.
look at
be
Jeff
worth.
Bezos, and basically he married his ex-wife, Mackenzie, before
He married. Oh yeah,
before Amazon.
before Amazon.
So
Yeah.
she would have entitled to half of it because she married before he got wealthy, but she didn't get half.
No,
She
well,
got, I think, 30 billion, which is like
30 billion.
like only like 25% or 20% of his wealth, something
Yeah,
like that.
so she would have been.
So that's not half his wealth.
She would have been having. She would have had a claim on half of his shareholdings.
But it wasn't. She didn't get half of his assets.
Yeah, it depends about the prenup over there prior to.
So that's the thing. No, that's the thing. When she married him before he got big money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of them, like I remember Donald Trump saying that I used to, I had this deal that I would give her several thousand a week, like you're getting paid. And then if you were to get divorced, she would get 1 or 2 million only or something like that.
Or something like that.
It was a pre-worked out deal.
Pre-worked out deal, but that was still still a good life while she was with him. And I guess a lot of people wouldn't mind just even having a good life while they're married there.
Yeah.
So they can have a good life. But then this is the thing, they get used to the good life.
Yeah, well then
then
the
the
courts,
settlement-
well the courts have to reflect that, don't they? Yourself, you've got somebody who's used to that life now. You can't send them back to a youth hostel, back to a hostel.
That's now alimony in the US. So not so in
Yeah.
Australia. There's no such thing as alimony.
Yeah.
There's child support.
Yeah.
And they're splitting 70-30. But then after that, that's it.
Yeah.
So a bit different. But look, going back to the appeal of dating wealthy. Look, what attracts people to wealthy partners? It's status, security, lifestyle. Yeah.
Yep.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
Prestige,
Prestige, yeah, status, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just like so many women want to marry a doctor, become a doctor's wife, that sort of thing. Then get some measure of respect and status in the community. So she's a somebody, even just a doctor,
Yeah.
because doctors are traditionally seen as there's prestige in being a doctor, a level of respect, and they earn good money. That sort of thing. So, but there is a difference between men and women in the dating dynamics because, look, wealthy men often attract women seeking stability. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, stability, security, mostly a thing. The attraction of him is he's got resources, a vast amount of resources.
You don't need to work.
You don't need to work.
That's the main thing
Yeah,
for most people.
he's
People
a provider.
People don't want to work.
Yeah, look, but you can't blame them.
No, I know.
If a
it's
choice
horrible.
of not,
it's like it's a major part of your life. Just
Yeah.
feels like it's gone down the gurgler.
so
Different if you got your own business. You're building something. But
Yeah, and then that's because then it's a level of, say, personal achievement with the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what about wealthy women then?
There's an old saying.
They often intimidate men.
Yeah.
Or they find fewer serious suitors. They have it very difficult for wealthy
It's
women.
very difficult for wealthy women.
Very,
Because they're very, very opinion orientated, and you've sort of got to, I don't know, really.
Not only that, but the vast majority of men that would date a wealthy woman, a woman a lot wealthier, is because of money,
Yeah.
rather than anything else.
Yeah.
And for a woman has is more complex. Yes, she seeks the security, but it kind of like in return for security, I'll give you love, because she wants it to continue to be looked after in security. But I can see that with the wealthy woman and the average guy, well, they think, great, unlimited credit card kind of thing. And they think about how many fast cars he can buy.
Well, but the old statement is, the old adage, if you marry for money, you'll truly earn it.
So yeah, look, I really feel for the wealthy woman. I mean, like, look, wealthy men
Yeah,
versus
I
wealthy
feel so
women.
sorry for them wealthy women.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry. I can't sleep at night some nights.
Wealthy men, look, they're often used to admiration and being pursued. Yeah, people admire them. Yeah, they kind of
sort of.
respect.
A lot of wealthy men say, "Oh, it's not. It's you dream after wealth, and you try to gain this money throughout your life, and when you got it, it's not really the glitz and glamour that they thought it would be in relation to. I mean, look, as you say, big wealth will attract." Will get you love in all the wrong places.
Wrong places.
Even if you're 80 years old or whatever, like Rupert Murdoch or 90,
Yeah.
he'll
like
still
he's
get
on
you a
to-
young, pretty wife or
He's
whatever.
on to like a sixth marriage or something like that. Oh, yeah. He divorced Jerry Hall. That was 9 years of marriage. I thought that would.
Oh, he was married to Jerry Hall?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, he married Jerry Hall, 9-year marriage and then divorce. That was his, fourth wife. And I heard he married again in his 90s, another one. I thought after Jerry Hall, that would have been it.
Yeah, that would be had enough, wouldn't you? Like, what are they really doing for you, you know? You think you would have learned your lesson, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but it doesn't cost him that much. I mean, he would have been
he doesn't really
drawing up
care.
all that. Yeah. Even for these women, I mean, even if they get a few million out of it at the end,
That's nothing for them.
for the nothing for Rupert,
No, it's
for Murdoch, but for the women, that's still pretty good.
yeah. It's set up for life.
Set up for
whatever.
life, and then that'll be it. Okay. Yeah, and look, if you're dating a wealthy man, for the women, remember, they're used to people sucking up to them. Okay. They are not there to
Well, they're
chase
usually
after.
a boss or some sort, like,
Yeah.
or used to ordering people around.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And they may expect traditional gender roles as well. None of this, I am a strong, independent woman. Okay, bye-bye.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
That doesn't fly
You don't
with
get
him.
you don't get too many chances to make mistakes.
Yeah, you don't fly. They
Yeah.
do expect, normally they do expect traditional
Yeah.
roles, so you be the one
And usually
being the supporting partner.
everything is regarding their timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, well, come on, let's go now. Well, we've got to go. We're going here, or we've got to go there.
Yeah.
And come on, we've got to. Yeah.
Or you want to go. All right, you want to go out, or it's your cousin's birthday or whatever. Normally, they say, "Okay, you're gonna come. It's going to be. Remember, it's my cousin's birthday on Tuesday. We've got to go."
No,
You can't do that with him.
He's not going.
Look, they're people that are very busy. Okay, they're busy and so forth.
Yeah. And you know what else?
You have to fit in with them. So I said, no,
and,
go.
And
I
you know
can't.
what else? They go to your cousin's birthday party if they went there, and people start talking to them about mundane stuff.
Yeah,
They can't have it.
they can't hang out.
Because in their mind, they're so they got to be focused. They've got to be thinking about, oh, what's this, what's that,
What
what's
the next
going on.
contract and the next negotiation or next meeting, business meeting.
Yeah, and they've got to stay focused. And if you don't stay focused, and so when other people come up and start talking to them about mundane stuff that really doesn't really mean anything, it's
Really,
like
to
just
them-
filler talk or whatever.
Yeah, to them,
They
it's
can't hack it.
can't hack it. I mean,
They
this
can't
is,
hack
it's,
it.
I wouldn't say it's beneath them, but it's just in another way, it is beneath them.
Well, it drives you,
Because-
takes away your focus.
No, not just to take away faith. It's nothing to them, kind of thing. Those things don't mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
One that if someone talk to them about issues with their car, they're having an issue with car.
Not interested.
Not any of that. They they don't have a frame of reference because there's always someone taking care of their car for them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know the first thing.
They wouldn't know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't gel with them.
Yeah.
Or someone talking about the latest mower or something they bought.
No.
What?
They would-
They don't mow the lawn at
I
all.
don't know. Wouldn't have a clue.
Wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, I've got because I've got a gardener for it.
Yeah. So it's not, and so this kind of people, even women, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you're at the billionaire $100 million mark plus or a bit more, the focus is if you're bringing conventional speak to them, they're not going to like it too much.
No.
You might get away with it for a little bit, but it's
But
not.
they don't want to waste their time. You're wasting their time.
Especially for marriage. In a business position, it's those who save my time, I cherish them. Those who take my time, I shun them.
So
So they're shunned.
So-
if you're taking their time, oh, can you come here, come there, come do this, do that?
so their partners
Gone.
cannot put on the diva act.
No. Because it won't work.
Well, you didn't remember to bring me flowers.
Yeah, there's the card. Pick up your own flowers. Arrange it. Put it on a schedule. Put it on a program.
It means more if you buy it for me.
Yeah, these things.
That kind of thing.
They don't work.
They don't work. I say they'll tell you to take a hike. They don't have time for things like that.
They don't have time.
You know. Also, they expect loyalty. And they expect discretion as well. Now, loyalty,
they're the ones that need the emotional support.
Yeah.
Like the stress, the anxieties, the strains, you know, and so on. They're obviously very self-centered and self-driven, you know.
And you have to keep their secrets from them. You cannot be blabbering things because...
Well, they've got to be able to know that they can trust you.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water. Doesn't matter what happens, that person's got my back.
Yeah.
And that's how you've got a chance with them.
Yeah.
It's like they're,
well, now, wealthy women, look, they have high standards as well. They want equal or higher partners because, look, women as an absolute want to date,
but date
those across and up.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they
poor
do.
or wealthy women, same thing.
But a lot of women who have reached that level of eliteness, they're happy. They know that everything involves around money and you know, they can buy everything that they want. Then it becomes
difficult because then whether the man that wants to date them always a suspicion. Yeah, he's just after my money. He doesn't love me.
And also the man, he's like, I'm here today. Who's going to be here tomorrow? So it's like she's, you know, when you get somebody that is probably a mature person. And a mature person, unless it's Rupert Murdoch with all these wives, but a mature person would normally not get too sort of, what could you say, carried away too easily. You know, you met this waitress and you couldn't, you know, and you fell head over heels in love. Well, at that age, usually that doesn't. You've been around the block a few times. It's happened a few times before. You're immune to it, perhaps.
But it is very different. I mean, I remember. Just finished with wealthy women. Look,
they still get lonely though, don't they?
Yeah, they're lonely. They often get suspicious of men's motives. Yeah. Why is he after me? Is he after me just for my money?
Because that thing that we mentioned before in the last show about the questions that women were asked about. They were locked in a room for 4 hours with nothing to do, no book, no phone, no nothing.
Yeah.
And then they asked them, what did you think about when you came out of the room? It was previous conversations, you remember? And whereas men, they think about sport and thought about this and that, but women thought about previous conversations. So a wealthy woman in that position is thinking, what did he say by that? What did he mean by that when he said
What's
this?
His motives? But also,
what was the motive there?
The other reason they're very lonely because many men feel emasculated by their wealth.
Yeah.
They feel belittled and
belittled.
Yeah. Intimidated.
Yeah.
That's also.
Yeah.
Why would she want me? Someone, a nobody like me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're humble men that would.
And also, you're going out to an expensive restaurant and she's paying. Yeah. You know, and then how does it? I don't know.
Yeah, and if it's they're not able to fulfill their traditional role as being provider and protector. You know, that's why, and that's also why women...
if he's getting a new Mercedes to drive around in, and he's getting all the latest, he's got the latest sports jackets and stuff like that. If he's a kept man, then some guys will be pretty happy with that.
But then it's the guys like that, then you shouldn't be
You got to be
touching.
careful.
You have to be very careful.
If you're very wealthy, you got to be careful.
So careful.
You got to be careful because there's all these people, like when money's around, it changes people a lot.
That's why I'm not surprised that Gina Reinhardt has never remarried.
Oh, she's not? She's never married?
No. Well, she had I think at least an ex-husband, and then she was widowed. Reinhardt married some American lawyer. That's why she got the name Reinhardt.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's an American lawyer. So that's why. But ever since then, no other man, and I don't blame her. Because men want to come in and be the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking over. I mean, don't worry, love, I'll handle everything.
Yeah.
Just sit back.
All the wisdom that you need.
All the wisdom that you need, and it's the money that she's made, and he'll just go in and ruin it. So, and you know what? I guess there's a certain attitude with people with money and without. I mean, I saw a video where I think a woman was explaining the difference between real money and wannabe money. Going to a restaurant. The ones with actual money would walk in shorts and a t-shirt, don't look like they're wealthy at all, be a regular and leave a 50% tip. Whereas the wannabe money, the fake rich, they'll show up in these fancy restaurants dressed in designer wear and be a diva and be a Karen.
Oh, I don't like this. No, I don't like that.
And then leave a 10% tip.
Yeah.
You know, that's fake rich.
Yeah.
Whereas the
wealthy
true
guy,
wealthy, they have nothing to prove.
he just leaves it. He doesn't want the recognition for
or
leaving
anything,
it.
nothing to prove. They doesn't have anything to prove.
And they're not seeking for anything, if you notice. So most people, they're looking around like predators or shark eyes or something, looking where can they get the next something, where can I get mine?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like predator, people, because you have to be in the business world. It can be really difficult. But people, those who have made it already and they're way above that level, like worth hundreds of millions or whatever, they don't seek anymore. They're not seeking.
Yeah.
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 So
And now, dating regular people. The difference
dating
between
regular people. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wealthy people. Difference between dating wealthy versus regular people. Okay, we're talking about dating wealthy people, and so what's the difference? Well, with the wealthy people,
They've got a lot more money.
obviously, okay, more resources, but on the flip side, there's other things that come with it that you're not used to.
Comes with baggage.
Yeah. Well, they're more lifestyle focused. They're also image conscious, and they're bound by family and social expectations. So a lot of people, who cares what people think, kind of thing. It doesn't fly with them because they do have images to uphold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either
But a lot of people don't really care what other people think about them. When you're at a certain level, you're above it, and you're not.
Yeah, no, because if they are, I guess because money hinges on it. The business could be, you see. Like what happens if they post on their social media account, one of their
the share
views,
values drop.
Yeah, and the share values drop, you see. Things like that.
Well,
and also, they've got to maintain their social connections as well. Yeah, because their connections are other means of them making money and also their business. And see, that is one thing the wealthy do. They're being well connected.
Yep.
Yeah, and remember the old adage: it's not what you know, it's who you know. So very hard for someone, no matter how talented they are, to get ahead unless they've got connections. Just think of all the actors in Hollywood.
Yep. And musicians and everything.
And
There's so many brilliant ones never get a go at it. And you get all the rubbishy ones, really, that just
they're manufactured.
Jump to stardom.
Yeah, simply because they've got, someone willing to push them up.
They know Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Puff gives them a push.
So on the flip side, dating a regular person, well, you're freer to choose for love alone, and there's less scrutiny from others. So, there's hidden costs. When you're dating a wealthy person, you're dating their schedule, their commitments and reputation, not just the person. Just like, all those billionaires, everything they do or tweet out, whatever, or everyone notices it, pays attention to that.
Yep.
See what happens if they do push the wrong thing or back a certain horse that waddle into politics, then it's always a dangerous game to do that. And any backlash is going to affect their business. And by extension, their livelihood. So a regular person normally doesn't have a big business or as much to lose, so to speak. And so they're more freer to say what they want and not give a damn.
Don't care less.
Don't care less. But there's also a difference, between old money and new money. You see, anyone that's, for those that are not familiar with the term, old money means that they're born into wealth and their family might have been wealthy for generations.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Now, new money is just that they've just come into money. Either they've
They've
now...
made a business model, got a patent, something.
Yeah, yes. Or
So they were doing it tough before and
now they've suddenly become successful,
Yeah.
And so it's new. And then they act differently from old money.
So born with a silver spoon in the mouth.
In the mouth. Just think of those aristocratic
But
families.
anal retentive.
Just think of those aristocratic families, and with the old money, with company, the business they've been having like 100, 200 years, that sort of thing.
Okay,
The Waltons, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Johnson and Johnsons.
There's lots of them.
Or lots of them, but they're normally in the Western countries. But if you see like countries say like China and Russia, it's all new money. Mm-hmm. Because
there was no old money.
No old money because either the government's taken it all, okay, or the people have fled. The wealthy people have fled because of communism.
Even like Alibaba creator or whatever.
Yeah, like Jack Ma. I mean, what's happened to him? He's disappeared now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They've taken his wealth away.
They can just take it if
because
they like.
he said the wrong thing. One point, and that was enough.
Oh dear.
So
hope he's all right.
Yeah, I hope he's all right too. But it's just singular, like new money and old money, and you look difference. Old money, they're more reserved, don't you think? And they're more discreet and tradition focused.
Well, depends on who's got it. Like, is it the young inheritor?
Yeah.
And,
They see more keep to the more of themselves, and I guess.
They like to be in their own circles.
Be in their own circle because that's all they know.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah,
and their conversations and their likes and whatever pretty much is similar.
Yeah, and so because of that, the extension is they marry within their own circles, simply because that's all they know. They've been raised in that environment. That's all they know and they've grown up with. And because of all that, they know this wealthy, this family and that family, that sort of thing.
They like to associate with other billionaires. You know why? Because other billionaires don't ask them for anything.
Yeah, true.
Whereas other people, they always say, "Oh, I've got a problem with this. I've got a problem with that, and I need money for this, need money for." They're just asked all the time.
Yeah, and
whereas
for that, I understand.
if you're with other billionaires, they don't ask you for anything.
Yeah.
And
you're at the same level anyway.
One of the things is if you want to befriend billionaires, never ask.
Yeah.
Never ask them for anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the most thing they can ask is would you like to go in business together? That's the thing.
Something like that.
There's something like that. And they discuss it and say, oh, I need this, so would you like to provide it? Would you like to, provide the service for me? And that's all,
Stuff like that.
Stuff like that. That sort of thing. And
they'll pay you
understand.
back. The business will pay you back when it's
Well,
financial.
it's need. Well, it's a chance for you to gain extra business. I need that. Everyone wins. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also the old money, they tend to have a strong family approval system as well, because they've come into money, and that's why they're very family orientated in that way. And social class plays a huge role.
That it does.
That it does as well. I saw a post somewhere, and I don't know if the guy was actually kidding, joking around or not, or he was serious. He's saying he normally lives in the eastern suburbs. I'm not sure if it was Double Bay or Clues or somewhere.
Somewhere up there.
Somewhere up there, and he's saying about it's just so different being in the going to the west. I mean, it's like the Wild West and all this. People were so different. I mean, it was actually quite scary. Do you know where he visited? Alexandria.
No.
That was the west to him.
Goodness.
That was the Wild West to him.
Oh, dear. He's in for a shock.
Imagine if he came to Liverpool. So it's a class thing, and they're being totally unawares of how the other half lives. So if you're coming from the other half, then how do you think that you're going to fare? How are you going to make a connection?
Yeah.
What's the common frame of reference?
You need some common frame of reference.
Yeah, it's very difficult. You can talk about
relying on past lives is not going to cut it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I met you in a past life.
Oh, really? So, yeah. So then it becomes difficult. What do you talk about? If you talk about something from your childhood or school, it's so different from public school, from an elite private school, you see. You can't make the connection. Really.
How do you communicate with that person?
Yes.
How? They're talking about things on a different level than you.
On a totally different level. That's why it is. I mean, look, new money though. If you're dating someone with new money, it's easier.
Yeah.
Because they've had the common background as you have.
They've come from the block.
Yeah, come from the block. The common background. Look, they are more flashy, risk taking. Obviously, they took the risk and they pulled it off. Okay, got the money, and they're status driven as well, because our old adage thing is. They've never had all those things, and so now they've suddenly been able to afford all those things. They like buying all the brand names and flashy, try to show it off like they've made it kind of thing, which is also a reason why, not so much now because China's really gone downhill, but up until a few years ago, China was a big buyer of luxury goods.
Oh, yeah.
Luxury brands.
They were the buyers.
The buyers, and all these luxury companies, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and all that, was flocking to China because they were minting it there. Why? And you can't blame the people. They were wondering because they've never had things like that before.
That's right. They were being starved of it.
Starved for it.
Yeah.
They've had communism. They've had poverty,
They weren't allowed
starvation.
to choose which clothes they wanted. They weren't allowed.
Everyone had to wear the same thing. So, all those Mao suits.
Yeah.
So it was a big thing.
And to have like $5,000 in a handbag, it sort of represents that, I'm not going to be starving again like my ancestors. My handbag's enough for them to live on for a whole year. They could live on that for a whole year. That would buy food for a family for a year, my handbag.
Yeah. And
I think that's largely a large attraction. It's not so much that the handbag's got a better zipper or a certain type of leather.
It's how much it costs.
Or it looks, something. It's got some type of something. Waterproof by this new technology. I don't know. But it's because the status symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she paid $5,000 for that. That means that she can afford lunch.
You know what? It got so... Well, some women, though, flip side, they'll actually scrimp and save, like even live on instant noodles so they can save up to buy for that.
Yeah, fur coat, no underwear.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it was such a status thing. I remember back then there was a story about a group of women, supposedly wealthy women, and they took a photo together. And one of the women, she was actually edited out of that photo that was posted. She took, and the reason why, because her handbag only cost $7,000.
No,
that wasn't good enough, so she was excluded. So only after then, she didn't know what the issue was. So then she bought a $40,000 handbag, and then it was part of the group.
And there was another story with this guy who was introduced to these celebrities because he was like a comedian or something like that. But he was introduced to like the highest, like he's like people you used to really admire, and he's out there with dinner with them, and the guy had like $20 to his name, and the dinner's like thousands of dollars. And so they paid for it.
Yeah.
And they says, would you like to come back to our place? We'll fly out tomorrow in the private jet and you can come and stay with us for a bit. We're going to have here, we're going there, and all these people are coming. Oh, yeah. And he says they were all going back to their hotels to stay that night, meet up the next day. He just had to sleep under a bush. He had to find a tree somewhere and sleep under the tree. And then he met them the next morning, and flew out in the private jet. And he's saying, and then a bit later, when they got to know each other even stronger, he says, that night when we first went, he says, I didn't even have enough for a hotel room.
Yeah.
I had to sleep under a
And what did they say? Yes,
Under
why
a
did
bridge.
You, why didn't you
Why
tell
didn't
us?
you tell us? So he says, well, you would never have invited me again.
Yeah. Are you sure that was true? Was it true?
Probably.
Yeah, I made a good
You would
point.
never have invited me again if you did. If I slept under a bridge last night.
Yeah.
You know, because I couldn't afford a hotel or breakfast. Yeah.
So so I finished up talking about the new money people. Look, they're more open to outsiders. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
more. Yeah, they came from.
Yeah,
the
they come
block.
from it.
But they're also more volatile. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're more. Yeah, still kind of like almost like finding their feet. Yeah. And look, and their own
And
their own families may still be adjusting to wealth and influence.
Yeah.
You know, the people that suddenly come into money. Okay, even though this person might have worked hard and not suddenly come into money, but to their families, like
Yeah.
it's sudden wealth.
It's not so much you if you come into big money, it's the people around you. And, you know, and then they all expect gifts, and they says, oh, is that all you're giving me?
Yeah, is that all?
Is that all? Is that all I'm getting?
So yeah, then you have issues and people fighting over. Look, I knew you since you were 5 or whatever, and you've given me the same as someone you've only known for 5 years. That's not right.
Yeah.
All this jealousy and all that stuff. Oh, right. It's
So the best thing is not to tell anyone you got it. Especially those
Yeah.
you're going to marry.
Yeah, especially.
Is it beyond repair?
You know what? A lot of people like
Look at the divorces that's going on.
But most people, would still want to marry a wealthy person.
They
Divorce
do.
risk or not, divorce even better.
For them, yeah. That's right. That's right.
But is it
It's like a business.
Is it worth it though for a regular person to date a wealthy person?
Yes.
So can a regular person date or marry into wealth? Yes, but
It comes with challenges.
yes, challenges. You've got to be prepared for a certain amount of other things that you not normally, that you don't normally need to, and that you don't normally face.
Like the Aussie girl that married into the Denmark royal family.
Oh, yeah, Queen Mary now.
I can imagine
Mary
that she
Donaldson.
might have had a hard time.
Can you imagine? This is one thing you've got to face there. Be prepared for scrutiny from the family.
Oh.
You know that her background was checked. Apparently, even the Danish Secret Service or whatever checked her background and even went through her trash bin to check and see if there's any scandals or anything that might cause an issue in the future.
So she was scandal free.
Yeah, check to see she's scandal free, though she did have previous boyfriends before. So that was downplayed because you can't expect a girl at that age, like 32, when she got married. Not
She
to
was
have had
32?
when she married. Yeah, she met him when she was 28.
All right.
So then 4 years, and then the wedding. Okay, she had they met during the Sydney Olympics. All right, and so and then they had a relationship, a long distance relationship, and then she moved to Denmark. To continue a relationship, and she worked there, and eventually, the engagement was announced and the wedding. However, this is another thing that I guess doesn't normally come up with most people, but in royalty, it's different. Royalty, they still need an heir for the succession. So, prior to the engagement announcement, she had to be subject to a medical exam to check whether or not she can have children.
Oh dear.
If there are any issues. Imagine if
How invasive.
Yeah, very invasive, and she had to agree to it. Otherwise, no wedding. So what do I say before is the person that wants the relationship more is a person that makes the sacrifices and the adjustments to make the relationship work.
Yeah.
So she was in the more weaker position.
So did he have to sign her terms and conditions as well?
No, she had to sign a prenup as well. And then after the marriage, they wanted to revise the prenup, and so she had to agree to sign it as well, even after the marriage.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
They wanted a revised version?
Yeah, because his younger brother, Joachim, had to pay out his ex-wife. We've got a divorce. Had to sell one of his inn that he owned, allowed in to pay her out. And the royal family, having learnt that lesson, quickly made her sign a revised prenup.
Goodness.
Yeah. So that he won't be forced in that situation. So imagine if her marriage had imploded, then she obviously lose the children, okay, because they belong to the royal family, and her title and everything, she might be given a small allowance, I guess, and that's it.
Goodness.
So she has a lot more to lose. So she's in a more weaker position, and I guess that last year there were rumors that he had an affair. And so she was in a very difficult situation if to, just look the other way, grin and bear it, to continue with your title and all the privileges and the lifestyle that you're used to, or walk away on principle with nothing, essentially. Well, not absolute nothing, but compared to what she
could
had.
sell the story.
Yeah, and she wouldn't be allowed to.
On Netflix.
She wouldn't be allowed to.
You wouldn't be? Oh, yeah, probably
part of the
prenups.
the agreement.
NDAs and things.
Yeah. So she wouldn't have been allowed to that way.
Dear.
But that's an extreme, but the royalty. But I can imagine when you're someone marrying into wealth, it's a similar sort of situation.
Yeah, they're not signing your contracts, you're signing theirs.
Yeah. So, and also scrutiny from their family. Normally the man's family, the man is the wealthier person.
But you'd be getting all these women pointing fingers
at you,
saying
oh,
you're this,
you're that, and they'll look down. I see they will look down on you because you're here, you're a social climber.
Yeah.
First off, gold digger as well.
Yeah.
And other than that, what would you bring to him? What do you got to offer? Kind of thing with their family.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many men has she been with?
What's the body count?
What's the body count? She's a pretty face, but does she have anything else?
How much kilos does she put on during the winter? All of these things.
All of these things. That we think in modern
scrutiny.
Life. Scrutiny. You shouldn't have it. And
if you were in, say, the stately home or whatever, and you're in this big mansion, and it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the family.
Yeah.
You're in there like tippy-toeing, aren't you?
Tippy-toeing, like you're a
renter. It's not your home.
It's not your home.
Yeah, it's like you're lodging in someone's Airbnb.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Making demands.
Yeah. So you're going to have to sort of tiptoe around the place.
Yeah. Or, you can't, then you have to go.
Seen but not
heard. But look at seeing like Meghan Markle was basically to me, attention whore. But she went in the royal family, I guess in her mindset there, she's going to change and make those stiff, teach these stiff Brits a thing or two about lightening up, that. She's going to bring a great dynamic and then realise she has to toe the line. I said, not for me.
Yeah.
Then go off and tell her story and pull the race card. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now did you hear she wants to go back? No, he wants to go back.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. But he was still that half in, half out model. And Charles has towed the line with the late Queen and said, no, so you're fully in or you're out. You can't be half, have a deal on Netflix and do royal duties.
Yeah.
That's just not on. How can you? You're monetizing your position like that. And so, out. And her demands was, she has to be given HRH, her Royal Highness title, and people have to bow and curtsy to her.
No.
That's what her demands to reconcile.
Goodness gracious.
well,
if you want people to love you, like the
she's
public.
She's a trailer trash.
Yeah, if you want people to love you, things like Diana would never have said that, would she?
No. She understood the royal family.
And
but she was part of the
his mother.
aristocracy.
You think she would try to emulate her a bit, wouldn't you?
No, look, there's another. I think we'll do another show on them because.
Oh, another show on them.
For an update, but apparently, some people put forth. She's an actress, not a great actress, but she's actress nevertheless, and she's basically kind of like mentally got to him, say that she's like his mother, Diana. He wasn't able to save his mother, but he can save her. That sort of thing. Your mother was in love with a brown skinned person and they killed her. You know, now you're with a brown skinned person too. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
right.
that's touching that could be a subject for another day. Yes, indeed.
So, worth it for a regular person? Know that there's going to be lifestyle shifts and expectations.
Yeah.
You're going to be presented, well, like anyone like married into royalty beforehand, they're given lessons on how to walk, get out of the car, how to talk, that sort of thing.
Yeah, how to put the cutlery,
that sort of thing. So, by and large, especially marrying into old money,
yeah,
there's already a certain set way, and you're expected
yeah,
to change to conform to them.
of course.
Yeah, so your lifestyle is going to shift.
Yep.
You know, you don't dilly-dally with 50, go out on lunch dates with 50 friends and so forth. That's not on. Or your days, you might think, oh, I've got money. Yeah, you have money now. I can go spend half the day in the salon every day. That's not on either. There's social expectation. You might have to meet and greet and talk with a bunch of old people that you have no interest in.
Yeah.
But you're required to, expected to.
Yeah.
Can you do all that?
Yeah.
Change lifestyle and also basically change the way you dress as well.
Yeah.
There's a certain level and how your hair is, your hairstyle. You know, you can't have big, chunky, gaudy jewelry. Even though
not very much in the individuality.
No, you're going to there's going to be lots of
Self-expression.
compromises. Yeah, it's conformity now
Oh, what a hard life.
because they don't want you to embarrass them. Because you're becoming part of the family. You know,
Yeah.
they've got a daughter-in-law, or the son has a wife that's
You're representing. You're representative.
representing the family. And that's a lot of things people don't realize, especially now. You've heard, I guess, thinking about free speech. People have gotten sacked over celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. And then now they're like, hang on, that was free speech. I say, yes, there is free speech, but there's always consequences. Doesn't come without responsibility. Why did those employees sack those people? Because those people are representing the company. That's the type of people, those people are working for them. That's what they're taking on, into their house, their family, so to speak. And so that type of behavior reveals about that person. So you cannot have someone like that. Yeah, the same thing as here, representing the family. So all these feminists and women's groups say, that's not right. What happened to free expression and blah, 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 blah. So no, if you want to be part of a family, this is the deal. And by all right, they would say, because they have a lot to lose. Okay?
Yeah.
They are the ones providing you with this good life and lifestyle. Okay? But in order to maintain that lifestyle, and so the money can keep coming in to provide for you, you have to toe the line, not put their finances in danger.
Yep. And all the dinner parties and all of that is all.
You have to say the right thing, speak to the right person.
How do you ever relax?
Yeah, you can't. It's just basically a performance you put on. So it's a really, think about it, a regular person. Can you do it, really?
Yeah.
And because there's the pressure to measure up socially.
And then the very moment that you're not required anymore, out the door you go.
At the door. No, but however, as long as their son, I guess, is still happy with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as long as.
They can continue.
The moment that he's not.
That is not, no. So you also have the pressure to actually keep your man happy. Can you do it? And also, the pressure to measure up socially.
And usually, like a lot of rich men out there that have got things, they get pretty much bombarded. If the guy's got a really good car, like a Ferrari type of thing or whatever, even if they're old and dressed really well, they know that they've got a lot of money. They get bombarded by offers from other women.
Of course.
They get a lot of offers.
They've got a lot of choice. So how do you measure up?
Yeah. And how do you stay and then that how do you stop infidelity? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. And
from somebody that's worth a fortune.
yeah. How would you
Because
keep
every
keep
time he goes out to a meeting or whatever, there's
there's
a woman.
heaps of women.
There's women there,
trying
or
to clamor on her.
cocktail waitresses, restaurant waitresses, all looking for a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, and you imagine
And you see
all
a
these.
guy's by himself.
You know, imagine a number of beauty queens that want to
Yeah,
approach him,
yeah, yeah, and it happens a lot.
and it happens a lot. So
There's
the
an
woman
old
has
saying
to.
between rich and good looking, rich wins every time.
Yeah. it
Every
does.
time. Every time?
Yes.
That's what they said. They said no.
Every time
I said,
for
it can't
women.
be every time, just most of the time.
Overrides.
This is no, every
overrides
time.
good looks.
Overrides
for woman,
good look,
For
yeah.
woman. For man, it's different.
For a man, it's different.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a woman, because that represents resources, security,
Yeah.
and being looked after. Good-looking guy is nice, but it won't last for long if he cannot provide. Mm-hmm. You know that she has to end up having to work for him.
Yeah. That's right.
How long can a woman do that for?
Yeah, not very long.
Until the tarnish wears off, until his good looks and saying, "Oh, it's a poison."
Yeah.
Really, poison chalice.
Yeah. Poison chalice.
And so, yeah, so, you know, it's difference between love and lifestyle. Do you want them or their world? Because remember, you cannot separate the person from their world. That is the person there. You're marrying their
and
world.
the person with the lifestyle,
Yeah.
they know that most people are with them. They're not really loved, are they?
No.
They're only
They
there because they
know.
provide a lifestyle, but they're not actually loved for them.
No.
If they were gone tomorrow, the people who would be truly sorry that they were gone,
Yeah.
you'd be lucky if there was 2 sets of feet
Yeah.
standing over your grave saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry that they're gone."
Yeah. I'm so
So
sad that you're gone.
most people would be sort of celebrating, thinking, "Oh, I might have got something in the will."
All right.
And that's a sad
wealthy
thing.
people's behavior in relationships. You know, look, they're accustomed to control, influence, and being catered for.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're used to being in control.
Yeah.
So they would have the final say in everything.
Yeah.
You can suggest things, but don't think that it's going to be on equal footing, because it will not be.
But one thing I've noticed about a lot of wealthy people, they do seem to be a lot happier.
Because they don't have that stress, they don't have to worry about
And
being
the ones that are
paying their
married, they
bills.
seem to be going quite well. Yeah, as I think, like what you mentioned before, poverty.
Yeah,
That's the destroyer
it's the stress,
of.
the financial stress.
It's a destroyer of relationships, isn't it? Financial squeeze.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that anymore, there's a relaxation to it, isn't it? Like,
Well, they've got high expectations of loyalty and discretion. You don't dare say what's going on at home,
yeah,
and you have to be loyal, because remember, you're in a weaker position than them. They will not forgive. Yeah, indiscretion. Look, and they can struggle with humility or compromise. They're used to being in control, not compromise. So can you adjust your mindset around that? You know, and but they're all, on the flip side, they're also driven, very driven, ambitious, and capable of generosity and protection, because they've got all the resources.
well, they've got resources, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and-
they've got the wherewithal, don't they? I mean, you've got the skill set to know, here's a problem, here's a life issue. How do you deal with it?
Yeah.
How do you deal with it fast?
Yeah.
And you usually, these people can cut to the chase very quick.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas
that's why
it takes a
they're
lot
successful.
of it takes a lot of other people a long time to come to the same premise as them.
Yeah, but also remember, they basically they don't want issues. Okay,
They don't want dramas.
They don't want dramas. Because they don't have time for it.
Yeah,
They've got
and
bigger things.
Most people bring the drama. It's
And
like,
bring
oh,
the
my
dramas.
my cousin needs an operation. Oh, this.
Or my cat's just had a seizure.
Yeah,
You're not caring about my cat. You're showing no sympathy for my cat.
yeah,
She's out.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, full of drama. Does not have time for it,
Yeah.
and you understand why, because he's so busy and he's
Yeah.
got deals going that are worth millions.
And then yet, if she was real smart,
Yeah.
she could say, how do I nurture?
How do I nurture?
How do I, like, and he comes in, he's exhausted and things.
So what would you like, dear?
You don't need to speak a word. Don't bother speaking a word. Just get your socks off and put them in this magnesium water here.
Yeah.
And, and stuff like this. And,
Makes it pleasant for him to
I've
come
got this
home.
organic oil that makes people relax and can smell that.
Yeah.
Take a breath of this. That'll nurture, it'll calm your mind down. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I've cooked an organic dinner, and I've got these cranberries are really good for this, and it helps your brain function or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
These mushrooms with your coffee.
And that
have this
brings
mushroom
value.
coffee.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Whoa, this is new. This is something.
And remember what I keep saying, that
So that the man feels nurtured.
Yeah.
You see.
he feels nurtured.
And when he walks out feeling nurtured, he can actually earn more. He actually gets more stuff done, better performance, better meetings, things, and then that's reflected on his bottom line.
Yeah, and
They
then
say,
he appreciates what you
this
do.
woman's worth a fortune to me. Last year I made an extra 20 mil, and it was largely because of her nurturing me. And if he's smart enough, he would know that.
Yeah.
And so...
And that in that way, remember I keep saying that to keep a partner, you have to make sure you add value to your partner's life. And in this way, she can add value to his life.
Yeah.
Even though she can't do it with money.
Those who they usually have a mantra. Those who help my time, I will cherish them.
Yeah.
Those who take my time, I will shun them. You see.
Yeah.
So when you get people saying, "Oh, can you help me here?" or "Can you there?" or "Can you come here, come there?" Yeah. They've got a polite way of saying getting out of it.
Okay.
They've got it all worked out. Oh yeah, I'd love to do that, but however.
Yeah.
And everybody's waiting for that but to come. Oh, I'd love to go there. That would be great, but.
Okay.
But
Okay. And now we're coming towards the end of our show.
Already?
Yeah. So I want to leave our audience. I mean, like, we've gone through what is, difference between dating a wealthy person versus a regular person. We're all used to it, but like I say, so many people want a wealthy partner, but are they up for it? That's the main thing.
Comes with baggage.
Comes with all these other things that you have to change of yourself to be able to fit into their world. It's different for a regular person to marry a wealthy person versus a wealthy person marrying another wealthy person in the same circle. No training, no adjustments required, but because we're out of that circle, we need to do all the adjustments. And it's us, not them, because they're in the stronger position. That's the way it is. So I want to leave our audience with a couple of things. I mean, I want to ask them to really think. I mean, would you marry someone rich if you had nothing in common? All right. And have you dated someone wealthy? And what was the biggest challenge? So, for our listeners, if you'd like to answer that, you can leave your comments on my Facebook page. I have 2 Facebook pages. You leave it on Miss Dragonfly, where I post notices on the show, and also Make Marriage Great Again, where I post clips of the show. So you can rewatch the highlights from that. So I try to follow both, but at least follow one. And if there's any topic you'd like me to cover, then feel free to leave it there as well. And now, some final thoughts. I mean, look, wealth can open doors, but it can also close hearts. And love across financial divides is possible, but only if it's built on shared values, not shared bank accounts. And unlike a regular relationship or marriage where people have shared bank accounts, it's highly unlikely that you would have a shared bank account with a wealthy person. But ask yourself, am I more interested in who they are or what they have? Come on, people got to admit it. And look, true wealth in marriage is measured in character, not cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, money helps a lot, but, wealthy people have divorces, and quite often as well, as you can hear about in the news.
Quite often.
Well, quite often. So thanks so much for coming in again, Bluey.
No, it's great
Yeah.
to be here.
Giving the men's side, but also because this is a topic that is not really covered much, but it needs to be covered because of so many people aspiring a wealthy partner. So they need to know what they're in for if they want to go down that route and search for a wealthy partner. I want to say, just a final thing. There is a high-end dating agency. I think they were based in London for the ultra wealthy. And I think this might have been 10 years ago, I came across it, heard about it, but they were like charging 50,000 as a base. So it's from 50,000. So it's the wealthy. And this journalist woman that was reporting on it, okay, she got a free entry, so to speak, to a date. It was a real date, just so she can report on what it's like. And she came back reporting. She said, "This is the date with him. This is nothing like any other date I've had before." All right. Before, your regular dates were all like, have fun together. What do you like, and that sort of thing. But this is really much. He was speaking. The conversations were about values and goals and so the thing. What they like to do in the future and that sort of thing, what they do, and talk about the philosophical things. So it's very different. But so that is the type of standard, because those people, they are dating for a purpose, not entertainment.
They're not there for entertainment.
They've got plenty of women trying to throw themselves at them. They don't need entertainment when they date, and they've gone to the trouble of going to a dating agency.
They're there for a reason.
A reason. It's serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what that's what you want, really.
And that's what you want. People need to get into the mindset of you're not dating for entertainment, you're dating for a purpose, We are, especially women, we don't have that much time. You want a family, so you do not waste time. So I'm going to close and leave you with this. I'm Miss Dragonfly, and this is the Relationship Whisperer. Let's make marriage great again.
Dun, 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 dun.
Rich or poor.
Dun, dun, dun.
So don't forget to tune in same time next week. So until then, it's bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.